These might look like regular couples bracelets, but they're actually permanent, and I'm going to show you how they work. So the first thing we're going to do is wrap the bracelet around to get the size that we want. You're going to have to pick out a spot to cut it. Be thinking about how tight or how loose you want it. It is permanent, so you might want to do it a little tighter than you normally would so it doesn't get caught on things. But make sure not to cut it too short or you won't be able to put it on. So once we get the clippers out, you might have to play with it a little bit, and you can even pull on these two sides of the chain to help cut it like that, and you will get it eventually. So this is the clasp. We're going to twist the clasp out so that we can put it on the bracelet. You can just use your hands and your pliers and make sure that you don't do it too far, and then do the same thing on the other end. This is a lot easier with a partner, so keep that in mind. Now this step you need to check to make sure that you like the size of your bracelet before you lock it in, because once you lock it in, you're not going to be able to change it. Now the first thing we're going to do is push this clasp back in line and make sure it's perfectly in line before you push it in, or you'll mess up the clasp. This is the most important part. You need to make sure that you can push the clasp in far enough to be able to close the fold into the rivet. Make sure that you can see that little rivet before you close the fold, but don't push the clasp in too hard or you can mess it up. Then you're just closing that fold into the rivet. You can do a couple different angles to make sure that you close it properly and lock it in. So here's an example of how hard it is to pull off when it is closed correctly. Now there is a fail-safe. We don't want people getting hurt, so it will snap if you do pull hard enough, but it is very permanent.